I just laid there and he just started punching me.
Moments Heather Duhatschek Chase vividly remembers.
I was laying on my back and I just remember looking up and seeing the bottom of a shoe above my face.
The licensed therapist says still to this day, she's surprised she never saw the attack coming.
We were together about 5.5 years and there was never any violence between us. None, like not at all. He never pushed me, he never shoved me.
She recalls trying to protect her head as her ex-husband attacked her. The violence came in March 2011, about 6 months after their divorce.
I had that conscious thought of, you're going to get brain damage. If you don't do something, he's going to kill you.
Heather said she feared leaving the apartment when police arrived, but they actually warned her that her brain could suffer if she didn't get help right away.
They were concerned that I could have had some serious brain trauma and that the longer I sat there, the more trouble I would be in.
Brain damage. It's a concern that UNMC neuropsychologist Dr. Matthew Garlinghouse says needs to be considered for survivors of domestic abuse.
They call brain injury the silent injury, because for many people who've had a brain injury, you can't tell by looking at them.
UNMC partnered with the Brain Injury Alliance of Nebraska to conduct a 2-year study. They screened 171 survivors from the Women's Center for Advancement in Omaha and the Friendship Home in Lincoln.
Have you ever bumped your head or been knocked out? Have you ever been assaulted?
Out of the 171 women they screened, 91% said they had been hit in the neck, head, or face. Nearly half said they had been knocked unconscious.
38% had probably been assaulted or knocked unconscious more than 6 times.
After interviewing the women, researchers tested memory, language function, problem solving, and more skills that involve the brain. 58% of the women tested positive for brain injury.
You have a lot of the symptoms that you have in concussed athletes that usually resolve after maybe 2 to 4 weeks. But they're persisting in these women because of the repeated nature of the injury.
And it's not just hits to the head that can cause this.
Strangulation is a very common experience for survivors in Nebraska. When you strangle someone, what you're doing is you're shutting off the nutrient and the oxygen supply to the brain. And it's unfortunately easy to do.
I know that my memory has suffered since then.
Many survivors struggle with sleep, headaches, and even finding or keeping a job.
The intersection between what I will call emotional trauma and physical trauma really puts these survivors at risk.
Garlinghouse hopes results from the study bring awareness to the long-term impacts of domestic abuse. They also hope to study men who have been victims of domestic violence as well. Reporting in Omaha, Quinicia Fraser, KETV, Newswatch 7.